The Ace at Large podcast is brought to you by Gaston County, North Carolina. Find out all fun things to do in Gaston County, including all the events and unique shopping it has to offer at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. The Ace and TJ studios are brought to you by Calitrin. Calitrin is America's #1 choice for healthy weight loss. Drug and stimulant free, so it won't interfere with any medications or health conditions. Find out more at acetj.com/weight loss.
Welcome to TJ's podcast.
Hey, Fanaticos. Love ya. Thanks for being here to celebrate with us. What are we celebrating? Life, brother, sister, life. Living life. Somebody asks you what's going on, or they say, what you been up to? It ain't just a common throwaway greeting. You tell them. You say, oh, living life. That's what you say. This fellow we used to work with, every time I'd say hey to him, say, how's it going? He'd say, living the dream, man, living the dream. You got to say it twice.
Yeah.
Living life, man, living life. That's what you say. I got to tell you, you know how Riggins always say that that I have no credibility with people usually when I tell them, you know, that I know a lot about nutrition and working out and all of that stuff because I'm fat now. If I go to somebody says something and I try to add to the conversation, I won't even say anything, even though I know more about what they're talking about than they do.
Yeah.
I don't say anything because of that lack of credibility, but sometimes I like to surprise people and I just have to throw it out. Like 2 nights ago, I had to flex on my wife. You know, she's a Weight Watchers expert. She does the Weight Watchers, and we always talk about that. She's got this many points, and I got that point. How many points is that? And I can have a blow pop, 2 points. So she had some fruit cut up. She had some kiwi and some strawberries and some blueberries all cut up and tossed around. And she was eating that as a dessert after our meal. And I said, you know what? To make that a little better, we've got some Cool Whip in there. You can throw a little Cool Whip on that. I said, or even Ready Whip from the can. You can put a little of that on there. And she goes, how many points is that? I don't need those points. I said, I don't know how many points that is, but I bet you it would shock you at how few points that is on Weight Watchers, because people don't realize that whipped cream is not that fattening if you just do a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of it or whatever. And she goes, let me see. So she looked it up, or however she does on her phone. And sure enough, 2 tablespoons of Cool Whip is 1 point. So I was like, see?
Haha. So did she eat it with the whipped cream?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
She did.
Threw it on there. But then again, she had to still do a Jody move, because I said, I actually like the Ready Whip better. You spray out of the can.
Yeah.
I said, but it's the same, and she goes, well, I like Cool Whip better. So she couldn't give me 2 things to be right about.
No. That would be too much.
Mm-hmm. But I'd be flexing, but most of the time I just stay out of the conversations and all that.
Yeah. It's easier.
But I am an expert on it.
Yeah.
I mean, for years I was dedicated and soaking it up. And I tend to do that about things, I get all into something and then all of a sudden I'm just not interested in it as much anymore. But it doesn't mean that I don't still retain the knowledge,
Yeah.
I just never have really retained knowledge of anything that I could turn into something that's worthwhile.
Right.
Except for radio, being a radio expert.
Sure.
And I think that's kind of the thing we need to do now, don't you? Everybody's an expert. You don't have to go to school to call yourself an expert.
No, you can be an expert on a lot of things that you learn through trial and error in your own life.
On what are you an expert, Riggins?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Nothing is coming to mind.
I got all kinds of things.
I know you do.
I'm an expert at being an expert.
Yeah, you are. You're an expert on a lot of things.
Sure. And people go, well, if you know all that stuff, why don't you get back into it? And that way you don't have to sit around calling yourself fat.
Yeah.
I got other issues at hand. Let me put it that way. Health type things. But my little friend Jenny doesn't do that either. Like if people are talking about, getting in shape and all this stuff, even though she, owns a gym and is, it's got whatever the highest certifications you can get all stacked up for being personal trainer and all that kind of stuff. She's the opposite. If somebody's not going to drink a beer or whatever because they're, watching their calories and all, she'll say, grow up.
Yeah.
Drink a beer.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun to, I thought she runs that gym, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't teach classes and stuff there.
No.
I always look, they put out a schedule on social media and stuff. I'm like, wouldn't that be funny if I showed up to like one of her classes? And I'm sure she's very much in shape, like TJ said. And I would be miserable in it, but it could be fun. Like I want to see how she acts as a coach or something, but I've never seen her run a class.
Yeah, she doesn't. She hates that.
Really?
She got a bunch of people that do the classes.
Yeah, I see all these names. I'm like,
Yeah.
She doesn't do the classes. Which I guess I wouldn't either if I was her.
But she's kind of in all aspects, a do her own thing kind of person. So she goes in and just does like a maniac all throughout the gym doing her workout by herself and stuff.
Yeah, she seems very independent.
And the classes are pretty feminine.
I knew you always say that.
Most of them. Well, now they've started incorporating weights, and then my wife goes to a class there where they do, I don't want to call it women and weights or something.
Yeah.
Which women shouldn't be lifting weights.
No.
It was a sad day for the workout, like real workout people, when they started letting women come into the weight room area. They're supposed to only do step classes and yoga and things like that. But once they get in the door, they got to take over every aspect of it.
Yeah.
There's my wife pumping iron in there. I'm like, what are you doing?
Did guys go to step classes when they were popular, whenever they were popular?
Some guys did.
Yeah. But it's mostly
The ones who wore leg warmers and
really?
and brightly colored shorts that were really short. Their bowels hanging out. No, I think they did in back when all that stuff really started going big in the 90s and all. Like my wife used to teach step aerobics classes, like 3 in a row, after she would get off from her regular job. So much so that it messed up her knees and she can't do it anymore. But I was just kidding, ladies. I'm just trying to troll you about the weights and all that. But I can't remember ever anybody setting up a tripod before women started coming into the weight room area.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. A lot of guys do that too, though.
Guys do?
Oh, yeah. A lot of content of just like, and it's usually followed by like some sort of weird skit or something like that. But there must be. Alexis used to pull up that. She found a guy that she really liked, but he took so many videos of himself, pictures of himself in the gym or working out or something. It just totally turned her off. And I get it.
Yeah, I never see anybody with women doing that.
I don't know. Obviously, I wouldn't know. I'm not in the gym very often, but
No, I mean I'm talking about on social media.
oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't go up in there very often. Usually just when she needs my truck for something.
Yeah.
And go in there and haul off things. But I'm gonna get back in it. Rob.
He's
in there. I don't know how. Rob, would it take a lot for you to format yourself in the camera?
Take a minute.
Okay. Can we do that for the next break? Because I got something serious I want to talk to you about.
I'll work on it.
something serious with Tech D Rob. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I love talking about Rob.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, you know, I'm trying to make this podcast different than so people will go, well, what's the difference in that and then the regular show and then the difference in that and Ace's podcast and so you know, I'm just trying to have different types of conversations and things like that just to give a variety of things.
Do you want Reagan's camera on there still?
Actually, if it'd be easier, you could just come and trade places with Riggins for a minute.
I think I can do it from here.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine. No worries. Whatever.
Yeah, because we can get rid of him,
Yeah, I'll go.
and it's no big deal.
Kick rocks.
Which, by the way, I do have something to tell you serious about that. You want me to? Do you want me to tell you on the show or behind the scenes?
No, do it on the show.
Really?
100%.
Okay. I have, wanting to do that segment called TJ's People,
Yeah.
where people that I find interesting or friends or whatever, I bring them in and all that. I think I'm gonna do that Friday
Okay.
for the show Friday. Bring my friend Glenn in,
Sure. And you don't.
and you
need
don't
me?
care.
No. Well, I didn't think about that. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's fine. I don't care.
Are you
No
sure?
hard feelings. Yeah.
Are you sure?
It's the TJ's podcast. It's not the TJ and Riggin show.
Yeah. But you know what? I think that behind the scenes it is.
Maybe.
My life is now the TJ and Riggins show.
We've had our fill of me. I say it all the time off the air. I'm like, it's a lot of me. There's a lot of me going on. I'm more than happy to take a step back. Don't think twice about it.
But I mean, it may not be for the whole time, is what I'm saying. It's just like, like we did with the attorney Ryan the other day,
Yeah.
or it could be, or we could do a 3-camera thing, whatever you want.
I'll take off.
Where are you going to go?
I'll figure something out. I got things to do.
You don't want to stay in case I need coffee or something?
Yeah, definitely not. I might go have breakfast with Ace.
Yeah.
Apparently, she's making him breakfast when he gets out of here.
Really?
That's
That's
what he
cool. That's awesome.
So I might stop over for a muffin or something.
Yeah. Jody's not doing the same.
She's not making you.
No.
I've been
But
wondering.
because we get home earlier now on our schedules, and so I go in the house and I don't say a word. If she's in her office or she's in the bedroom doing something, whatever, I just sit in the kitchen long enough to kind of settle in, and if I need to eat something, I'll eat it, because I'm just trying to stay out of her way, because she is always busy doing stuff and she's a routine person, and I don't want to get in her way. So I just try to, I don't even go in trying to talk to her or anything.
it's good. Stay out of her way.
So I'm thinking about expanding that to the weekends and, all throughout, the time. Just say, I didn't want to get in your way. That's why I haven't talked to you in 3 days.
Yeah, maybe you could get like an apartment and then really not bother.
Yeah. I'm going to go to my after the show house.
Yeah. Just to stay out of your hair.
Yeah. That's all I'm doing. It's for you. Basically, Jody, it's for you.
Yeah.
So you can sit here and eat all of the whipped cream you want for very few points.
Just do.
Yeah, so I did a lot of work yesterday afternoon because, damn, Rob, I forgot to give you my political show. I got to do that. That's going to take a long time, isn't it? I'm sorry. I'm such a screw up. But yesterday I did a lot of work from home. I talked to you a couple of times, Riggins. I had other calls that I was on. I had to record the political show and all that. And then when I finally got finished, then you know what I had to do? I had to clean up the upstairs because it was house cleaning day. So I had to clean the upstairs bathroom that I use, vacuum, dust, all of that.
Before the housekeeper got there?
We don't have that anymore.
Oh, what you said? The house cleaner.
The house cleaning. Yesterday was
house
house cleaning day. So she was doing the downstairs and I was doing the upstairs.
Oh.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah, you got to get a housekeeper.
We can't afford that anymore.
If you wouldn't be buying all that whipped cream and Ready Whip, you might have a couple extra dollars to throw around. Sounds like it's a house full of whipped cream at this
That's
point.
all we do, just splurging on whipped cream. And the bad part about it is that we don't use it for whippets or sexual things.
Yeah, it's all boring stuff.
See, I never thought that's never interested me. No, people thinking whipped cream is sexy.
Oh,
I don't like to be sticky.
yeah. I've never done anything with food.
No, I don't like it. What am I going to do? Take a dollop of Cool Whip and sling it on somebody's stomach, lick it off?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I don't like whipped cream. Now if we're talking, I'll eat some onion rings out of your ass or something. It might have more effect
You
on
put
me.
tater tots on your
Yeah,
boob.
hell yeah, some chili cheese fries off your nipples.
What about when they do that sushi off of?
That's gross.
Yeah.
Raw fish. I don't know, with the body heat, and fish.
Yeah, it's got to be
enough-
nasty.
No, I'm not into that. And it's tacky.
Yeah.
It's really tacky. If you go to a party and there's a naked person with food on them, it's not a classy place.
No.
And they
if
try
there's
to-
a naked person at all.
Good point. They try to frame it in that way, like it's so luxurious. That's trashy.
Yeah.
Because if it was a guy, I mean, a big.
Yeah, I wonder if
bush
they
and-
if they have
so
they
gross.
have those, know, where you put it on a guy's hairy chest and all of that.
That's our friend Terry. Like he's just laying his big belly. Those flowers are not edible. That would be funny.
All right, so we're going to see if we can get Rob and talk to him for a minute about something serious in his life. Coming up next.
TJ's Podcast.
The Ace at Large podcast is brought to you by Gaston County, North Carolina. Find out all fun things to do in Gaston County, including all the events and unique shopping it has to offer at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. The Ace and TJ studios are brought to you by Calitrin. Calitrin is America's #1 choice for healthy weight loss. Drug and stimulant free, so it won't interfere with any medications or health conditions. Find out more at acetj.com/weight loss.
Our friend Richard Ducato from the Richard Ducato Companies is here. And Richard, not only are you helping people pay off credit cards, you're helping them with home repairs as well.
Oh, that's right. We had one of your listeners called in. She had to get her pool repaired. She had to get a new roof on to even get the loan. And we got that work done before it closed and paid for it with the cash out.
All at one time.
All at one time. Can't
Very
do that
easy.
at a bank.
No, you can't. That's what it's about. Options with the Richard Ducato Companies. Find out more at homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com. The Richard Ducato Companies.
Back to TJ's Podcast.
All right, Fanaticos. Rob, I didn't ask you if you minded talking about this, but I assume you knew what I was going to talk about whenever I said it was something serious that you got going on.
All good.
So, explain what you've got happening with your doctor's visits yesterday.
The first one was for my sleep doctor. They said I'm doing a lot better with my sleep apnea. Normally, before I had the CPAP, I was getting 30 events in an hour, which is apparently a lot.
Yep.
And now I'm down to 2 over the past 3 months, 2 per hour average. So it's significantly better. So that's good.
Yeah.
And then I went to the endocrinologist, which is where I go for my diabetes. And my blood pressure was up, and I knew it would be. 'Cause I don't eat very great, as you have come to know
Right.
on my story of thing. Yeah. So that's what I did yesterday. Yeah.
And so you've already stopped drinking energy drinks and all of that?
I did that about a week ago when we started with this new schedule of shows. That Monday, I stopped doing them because I thought it would be a good place to do it because we weren't going to be here as long as normal. So I wouldn't necessarily need all that energy for the whole time. So that was a good place to stop that.
Okay.
And then the breakfast, I quit having breakfast or any food at all in the morning about 2 weeks ago. So I was already working towards that, but it was still high as of yesterday.
Mm-hmm. And the interesting thing to me is that you said something to me that that I don't think I've ever heard you say, which makes it, puts it into a different category as far as I'm concerned, is that you said something along the lines of you know that you've got to do something now.
Yeah, I've known I needed to do something for a while, but I've just kept putting it off.
Yeah. Now, what all are you going to be doing?
I think starting next week, I'm gonna, because about 2 years ago, I did an endorsement for a diet, and I still know how to do that diet.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just gonna get back on that and do. It was very intense at that time, so I probably won't be as intense, but it'll at least get me on the right track. I believe.
Yeah. Now, are you feeling better as far as your back problems and your sciatica and all of that kind of stuff?
Overall, yeah, I'm significantly better than I was almost 2 years ago. It'll be in May. It'll be 2 years since I've had the issues. But as long as I keep moving when I'm standing, I'm okay.
Okay, so you'll be able to do like a light cardio, like a walk or something like that.
Yeah, and I've gone to the park in my city that I live in with Meredith one time, and it was a little rough because there weren't I had to stop and sit every once in a while.
Yeah.
So near the end of the walk, it was a little rougher than usual, but
yeah, I think you would probably be better off to just start off with like a 10-minute walk one day for a week. You just go do a 10-minute, then try to increase it a little bit as you go.
Yeah.
To build it up.
Yeah, that's probably what I need to do.
My father-in-law walks around the house, like inside the house.
I was about to say I could look into that. I would drive Meredith insane if I just started walking around the house.
Put the sweatband on your head, the whole thing, just in your underwear, make laps through the living room.
Yeah.
So are you gonna stop eating as much fast food and all that? I guess you would have to, right?
Yeah, I've given myself this week to get some stuff out of my system. Essentially, is the way I'm looking at it. And then Monday, I'm going to try and get on it.
Now, you don't mean get out of your system like a cleanse. You mean get all the gluttony out of your system so you get over it. Yeah.
No, there's no cleansing going on this week.
So you're just going to eat like a maniac.
Yeah. I mean, because I don't think if I just stopped now, I don't think I've eaten what I wanted to eat over the past few days as far as things I would miss.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, because you had to fast yesterday, didn't you, for blood tests and all?
I fasted until 3 p.m. yesterday.
Ooh.
It was rough. I went to Taco Bell as soon as we were done.
Were you getting a headache and the whole thing?
No, I was okay.
Yeah.
It's just I was hungry, but that was about it.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
No.
People think about it. It's not that hard to go without eating.
Yeah.
You just, like now people think a hunger strike is going, all day. Yeah. Camping out on the capital of whatever state that they think has got bad laws, and I'm on a hunger strike for 12 hours, a 12-hour hunger strike.
Yeah, people doing intermittent fasting all the time now. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, should we not be talking about food with you all the time like we do now? Because we get a lot of laughs out of how much fast food you eat and getting all the deals on corn dogs and things like that.
No, I'll be okay. I think. I'm still going to get the emails. So.
Yeah, but think about all the material we're going to miss out on if you start eating cleanly. Think about the show, Rob.
I know.
Come on. There's a lot of, how much Riggins enjoys hearing about all of that stuff?
He hasn't said a word since I started talking about it. He's probably in a depression out there.
This is not good.
Yeah.
No, that's not why I enjoy hearing about Rob's life. Trust me. I mean, that is one small part of why I love hearing from him.
Yeah. So, if you need anything that I can help you with, outside of money, because I don't have any of that, but encouragement or instruction, whatever.
Yeah, thank you.
Just let me know. But you got to stay away from negative influences. Is Meredith going to be able to stick with this with you and not influence you to do negative things?
We'll see.
Because I know she's a chicken fingers fan.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No matter where we go, that's what like Outback. Let me get the chicken tenders.
No more blueberry wine. Well, I mean, you got to build yourself in a cheat meal or something.
I haven't had any alcohol in a couple of months, probably. So.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't drink. I didn't drink very often before that anyway. It's just socially, and I'm not very social. So.
Yeah. I was going to say, you probably haven't had a drink in years. But you say that your Dungeons and Dragons friends and all, they like craft beers and things like that.
Yeah,
don't
and
they?
the good news is the kind of beers that they like are beers that I wouldn't drink.
Right,
So
nasty.
they're not going to be able to push them on me.
No. Okay, well,
Yeah, they had a jalapeno beer a couple weeks ago. I was like, no, why? Don't do that.
now, what food group would a jalapeno be in?
Is it a fruit? I don't know. A vegetable? One of those two, I think.
I think it's
Might be
a vegetable or
If it's got seeds in it, isn't it
Yeah.
fruit?
Hold on, let's see it.
Or
It's a fruit. All kinds
Yeah.
of peppers. Bell pepper, jalapeno.
yeah, because peppercorns like black pepper, that's fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there,
Look at me knowing something.
you a fruit. Good. Okay. Well, now we got that to keep up with. See how he's doing. What, Riggins?
you're not going to be annoying him and like telling him like, oh, here's what you need to be doing.
I thought
Only-
you were on a diet.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm not that. I'm not that person.
I might actually need someone to be that way because I am not
But you
a
know,
strong man.
you know what gets me is that these people nowadays who's they say they're trainers and nutritionists and all of that, and then they throw out what people need to be doing before the people ask. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to go up to somebody or have a friend that didn't ask you for your advice and start saying, you know what you need to do? You need to do this and this and this. Don't eat that. Eat this. And, because you look at it like if they want your help as a professional, which I'm not saying I'm a professional, but I'm talking about trainers and stuff. If they want your help as a professional, they'll come to you and ask you for it because that's a big step.
Yeah.
It's a big step in a person's life to make that decision to go, okay, I'm now going to seek professional guidance on this. So, you don't ever want to start somebody off by making them feel like, they're being, shamed into being there or something,
Yeah.
So whenever I see, or hear about, personal trainers who just jump out and start telling somebody, you need to come see me because of this and this. Yeah, I can help you with this and this when they didn't ask. It's kind of like, okay. Kind of like walking into Buckle. Personal trainers with a hard sell are not your friend. Not your friend. Oh, and I hope some of you are mad too. Send me a message. Fax me. Tell me about it. Put your protein shake down and send me an email. I don't care. All right. We're going to do the senseless celebrity news coming up, and there is, just a crazy, funny controversy going on, and I can't wait to rip it apart. Coming up next. Hang on.
More of TJ's podcast is coming up.
Our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies is here. And Richard, not only are you helping people pay off credit cards, you're helping them with home repairs as well.
Oh, that's right. We had one of your listeners called in. She had to get her pool repaired. She had to get a new roof on to even get the loan. And we got that work done before it closed and paid for it with the cash out.
All at one time.
All at one time. Can't do that at a bank.
No, you can't. That's what it's about. Options with the Richard Toccato Companies. Find out more at homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Companies.
The Ace and TJ studios are brought to you by Calitrin. Calitrin is America's #1 choice for healthy weight loss. Drug and stimulant free, so it won't interfere with any medications or health conditions. Find out more at acetj.com/weight loss. The Ace at Large podcast is brought to you by Gaston County, North Carolina. Find out all fun things to do in Gaston County, including all the events and unique shopping it has to offer at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston.
Welcome back, world, to TJ's podcast.
All right, we got a lot of stuff to cover in this segment. We got top quality material that we can't just let simmer overnight. You know what I'm saying? It's timely. First of all, Riggins had a question about something he saw on the internets, and what was it called?
Cornbread hot dog?
Cornbread hot dog. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when I saw that, the first thing I thought was cornbread hot dog. It's called a corn dog.
Oh yeah.
So it's the same concept, but you were just wondering if it was a Louisiana thing because she put Cajun cabbage on it.
Cajun cabbage, and it was like Tony Chachere's like all over the place.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, maybe this is just a thing I don't know about.
She actually made cornbread in the shape of a hot dog bun, except it didn't wrap up around the meat. It was just kind of flat with a little tunnel dug into it.
Yeah, it's like a boat.
Yeah. And she put andouille sausage instead of a weenie, and then some sort of spicy cabbage on top of that, and then it looked like bacon and honey she drizzled over top of it. No.
Okay.
That's something she made up.
All right. I didn't think that was a thing.
Now, making andouille corn dogs and andouille hot dogs is better than using weenies.
Really?
Yeah. So that's the way when I'm grilling in the summer, we're doing hot dogs, I do andouille links instead of weenies. But yeah, she made that up.
No Cajun cabbage. I was like,
No.
I'm pretty sure I would have heard about that.
No, I don't eat cabbage. I'm not a slaw person. So I wonder why she would call it Cajun cabbage instead of Cajun slaw.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
Sounds
anyway.
like shredded cabbage with a bunch of Tonys on it.
Right, and it looked like shit anyway. I mean, because I don't like eating things that are sticky. And she drizzles honey all over that. I'm not picking up anything that's got honey on it.
Yeah, and when it starts to fall apart, like I don't know, it just didn't seem like an improvement on the hot dog.
I would eat it with a fork, probably.
Yeah,
if I had to eat that.
I mean, there are certain things that you need to have for it to be called a hot dog, and you were skewing way too far from that.
Right. Okay. So we got that cleared up. Now, this story about this guy from Queer Eye.
Yeah.
Now, this is not, Riggins, you said this is not the old version of Queer Eye for the straight guy and all.
Yeah.
Is it still that concept where gay guys are helping straight guys with their fashion and with their home decor and all of that?
I don't know, but I know I remember when Queer Eye for the Straight Guy first came on. That was big.
It was huge.
It was a big thing.
Right.
And these guys are not those same guys.
Okay, because back then when it started, it was this person is gay and he is a chef. So
yeah,
he's still on some shows sometimes for the cooking channel and all that stuff. Then there was the fashion guy, the gay guy that was into the fashion, and then another guy was into the grooming, and then another guy was the one in charge of home decor and things of that nature. And it was a great concept at the time, but this Jonathan Van Ness is his name, that is being called out for being, the same way they did Ellen, right? Saying he's a monster to work with and
a real bitch.
Yeah.
Queen bitch over there. That's what they're saying anyway. And it's all over. It's on every major news source.
Because the show's on Netflix, right?
Yeah. And it's not called Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
It's just called Queer Eye.
Queer Eye.
Right. So that's why I'm wondering what they do now, what the purpose of the show is.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they said that was somebody from the production staff or whatever that was being anonymous said that he was a monster, nightmare, demeaning. It cites 3 people who label Jonathan as emotionally abusive with rage issues, and a total of 7 people claimed he's known to lash out at crew members and others who worked with him. His supposed poor behavior and unprofessionalism allegedly contributed to a growing rift and tension between the 5 Queer Eye hosts, to the point where the others were hesitant to film scenes with Jonathan. Some around the show claim a meeting with Netflix executives did little to change Jonathan's behavior or treatment of the crew, leaving folks on the show feeling like there was no accountability. One of the hosts, Bobby Burke, has since left the show, though it's unclear if Jonathan had anything to do with his decision. Now, Jonathan is the one, he has long, straight hair, a beard, and he dresses like a woman.
Yeah.
Most of the time. He wears women's clothes. So you got to assume that, I mean, if you're thinking about it from a perspective of a profile, personality profile, that he is a miserable person who constantly has to have attention and accolades.
Maybe.
I bet you people who catered to him and bragged on him, sucked up to him and all that, it wouldn't surprise me if he was very nice to them because of the way he presents himself, you know, as, you know, the one of the five that dresses in women's clothing. And does he consider himself gender fluid and all of that kind of stuff? Or
I don't know.
Or is he? Well, I guess he is. They're calling him he in the story, so you know he still, you know, says that he's a man. There are a lot of angry clowns. You know,
Oh, you're an angry clown.
You know, once the makeup comes off, that persona of being the thing that little kids and adults love, and you know, who doesn't love a clown, a happy clown and all that. But when the makeup comes off, you're back to your humdrum life, and you look at yourself and you see your weaknesses, and you obsess over your insecurities and all of that, and then you lash out. I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
And I don't know the fella. I've never seen him do anything, but just judging by what I've seen on the surface here, as a mental health professional myself, that's what I think. I'm not a mental health professional, but I am the world's leading societal profiler.
Yeah.
And I know things.
So these other guys that are on the show are probably just like, hell, we're working for Netflix. I'm not going to make too many waves because it's a check.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to mess up the gig I got. This is probably an easy show to film. Probably spend 3 weeks doing it. And I guarantee they probably don't like him either. He's probably a dickhead.
Yeah.
If any of that stuff is true, which I don't know if it is. But it's probably a dick. They should band together and like, hey, he's the hairstylist, it says.
Oh,
like,
is that
all
what
the
he
guys.
is? Yeah.
So I'm like, you can find another gay male hairstylist. It's not going to be that hard. You can go around the corner and find another one. They used to have this show on Bravo called, it was a hair show.
Yeah.
Then it was
Blowout. Jonathan. Yeah.
Dude, that guy's great TV.
Right. He wasn't gay, though.
I don't think he was gay.
No.
But,
So he'd never
I
get
guess
a
I
job
really don't know
now.
where I'm going with that, huh?
He'd be blackballed now.
Yeah, he might be.
That's what I was saying the other day. You're going to, like, what if some hairdresser is a really good hairdresser, say they get rid of this guy and they're looking to replace him. So it's a guy who's not gay but has to pretend to be gay to try to get the job.
Yeah. It's worth. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
a check. Well, you know, it's not like you got to do anything crazy.
But yeah, I know I'm going to get some flack over what I said, but if he's a jerk, he's a jerk, and there's got to be a reason for it, and that's what I think.
You can't protect the behavior just because, you know, however he decides to dress. It's like, well, okay, you're a guy in a dress, but you're still a dickhead.
Yeah, but I think they're connected. Just like if, you know, there were a straight guy, and he had to constantly be wearing some sort of an off normal outfit to get attention or have a trademark, so to speak, or this is who I am. You know, I'm the guy that wears the stupid hats all the time. Well, when you get home and take off that stupid hat, then you may look at it and go, well, the hat was masking my sad feelings and anger or whatever. But there is a video of they're at a Boston Bruins game, and this woman is screaming at this guy who's sitting next to her, screaming and cussing and calling him names and all because he got nacho cheese or ketchup or something on her coat. And he's just like, I'm sorry. And he's stand up and apologize like a man. And just going berserk on this guy. And the whole time he's saying, I'm sorry. And he's trying to wipe it off. She says, wipe it off. And he's trying to wipe it off. And and he says, I'm sorry. I'm so stay. What? What'd you say? What'd you say? Like taunting him. Mm-hmm. And I don't believe in hitting women.
No.
But, I would be more inclined to believe in dumping a plate of nachos on her head.
Yeah.
Just to get her to shut up
it's
and
crazy.
get out of my face. Calm down, lady. I said I was sorry. What do you want?
I've never seen somebody act like that over a mistake. Just call him the P word.
Right.
And finally, people step in and are like, hey, well, calm down. He said he's going to pay for dry cleaning or clean it up. She was just incensed. Going nuts.
Would it have been funny to you, Riggins, if he would have just dumped that tray of nachos on her head?
Absolutely. Poured a drink on it, and
Yeah, because he wouldn't even have to touch her. He wouldn't hurt her. He's like, just dump the nachos just to get her to calm down.
Yeah, shut up. And
You think it would have worked to get her for her to calm down?
I don't know.
She's looking. She's got that liquid cheese dripping off of her face.
I like the visual of it. It's the maddest person I've ever seen wearing a toboggan. That's for sure.
But you know what? I figure that's the way all hockey fans act. No, I don't know. I just made that up all of a
She
sudden.
seems so mad.
But again, I mean, that's why women can't be sports fans. It's just behavior like that. It's
Yeah, I mean, if a guy got some ketchup on him at a football game, he's not going crazy. And I don't think most women are either. Yeah, something about her. She was just piss and vinegar.
But I did feel sorry for that lady, Riggins, that fell off of the platform at Top Golf.
Yeah, did you see that?
And she was caught in that net.
I've never known that to happen to anybody.
No, but you always look over the edge of that thing and go, "Oh my god!"
I wonder if and she got caught. She must have fallen over because she looked terrified.
Yeah, and they couldn't get it's not attached really to a platform that you can just reach out and grab it while you're in the net and pull yourself in. It's kind of suspended out there.
Yeah,
and she's a
she's a larger woman.
Yeah, she's big, and I was sitting there wondering what I would be like in a net that wasn't attached to anything except on the end, like a hammock.
Suspended,
like
however high above the ground. You've seen how Top Golf is. It's like the levels, and it looks like they're high up, and she's in this net like a stuffed animal, like in the kids' room where all the stuffed animals are stuffed in there, and she cannot get out, and they're trying to pull the net closer to the platform. It must have been terrifying.
But I wonder, because the video didn't show the rescue or that she was, what happened when she made it to the solid platform.
No,
again.
it just showed 100 other people pull out their cell phones and film it. So this woman's having like the worst day of her life, so embarrassed that she's caught in this net she can't get out. And now everybody's filming it to put it on the internet.
But thank God for the net.
Thank God. That's exactly why they have them. I wonder
how she happened. I guess she just overswung and then stumbled, and because I mean, speaking as a larger person myself, if you get momentum going and you weigh more, then obviously it's going to be harder to pull back on it. They call that physics, where you just get that momentum going. And she probably swung the golf club so hard that she stumbled, and then that weight just shifted forward, and she couldn't regain control of herself.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody didn't push her.
You think? Yeah, hopefully not. I mean, it looks like a honey baked ham. Like, it's all pressed into the netting. It's just like, it's crazy.
And did it say where it was?
It doesn't. But I know it's got to be.
But that's why women don't need to be playing golf.
There's a lot of women don't need to be doing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. That's the theme today. I'm just aggravating the lady fanaticos, just picking, just having fun. Does that seem like a fun date to you? Top golf?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
Just the two of you or a double date? Just the two?
You double date too. Because it's, I like Top Golf.
Yeah.
I don't do it very often because it kind of lends itself to having a group or on a date or something. It's not like the guys that bring their own clubs to Top Golf. It's like, you douche. Like, calm down. Calm down. Go to the driving range.
Yeah. All right. So, do you think less of somebody who takes their own golf clubs to Top Golf or their own ball to bowling? If it's just bowling with their friends, not in a league.
I think it's worse to go to Top Golf with your own club for some reason. I don't know. There was a guy that brought his own putter to a place called Putters or whatever. It's like the bar. It's like Top Golf, but for putting greens. But it's like mini golf. He brings his own putter. It's like, you jackass. It's like they're selling fish bowls. You don't need your own putter. Shove it up your ass. That's so annoying. He came by himself. Just want to get a 18 in at the putt course. Grow up.
Same as somebody taking their own karaoke track to karaoke night.
I don't know how that works. I don't know if people do.
Well, it used to be able to do that, like with CDs. And you could take a CD
Seems
that you
like
burned.
You're taking it way too seriously. And there should be a place for those people that take it very seriously. But I think
like leagues and things.
Yeah, when you're having karaoke in a bar and everybody's like having fun, singing Journey and stuff, and then you got somebody up there that's taking it that has their own song. It's like, okay, way to bring the whole vibe, all the energy out of it. It's not fun anymore. Karaoke's supposed to be like, ha ha ha, it's fun. You're laughing because nobody can sing. So if you get like a great singer up there, it kind of, now we're just kind of like at an amateur show. Like
so you think that all karaoke performances should be really amateur sounding?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Unless it lends itself to where it's like, I'm going to get my name on the list because I have my thing to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that works. I don't know if there's a night for that kind of thing. But yeah, it should be fun. And it shouldn't be like, okay, now we have to, everybody stop talking so we can watch this beautiful performance. It's supposed to be like drunken, I got like Travis Kelce did. I mean, people ripped on him. It's like, well, that's kind of what karaoke's about.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And then you get your friends up there, you're all singing, it's fun.
Yeah, a lot of people say that you shouldn't ever sing slow song at karaoke.
That's probably a good rule.
No ballads because it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, you sing Spice Girls. You sing
Because I got high.
Because I got high. Exactly. Here's Celine Dion. It's like, oh, shoot me.
And then Rob though practiced for karaoke.
Yeah, but he's a real singer.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So you wouldn't think that Rob would be the fun person to go to karaoke with because he's more of a real singer rather than just, somebody up there having fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to see karaoke, period. But I think it should be fun.
Yeah.
And messy and,
Now, one time there was a birthday weekend type thing in the mountains for somebody we used to be friends with. And her husband, she liked karaoke, so he wanted to do a karaoke night at one of the bars around there. And so we did. And I did, basically, I didn't get up and sing as a serious singer. I got up and did a James Taylor impression. I sang, song as James Taylor would sing it.
Oh, okay.
And of course it slayed. I mean, come on.
James Taylor. What, with Fire and Rain?
No, it was, You've Got a Friend, which is a slow song, but it was because she's my friend. It was supposedly dedicated to her, and it had the whole crowd singing with it and the whole thing. Oh, it was quite a performance that I should have been paid for. But I just threw it in for free.
Lucky them.
Yeah.
I've never done karaoke.
I just can't imagine you doing it. I can't imagine you saying, I'm going to put my name on the list and this is a song I'm going to do.
No.
If you had to, gun to your head, you got to get up and do karaoke at the bowling alley.
Sure.
What song would you pick?
Kiss Me, Sixpence None the Richer. I haven't really thought about it, but that's probably. Kiss me. Yeah, I don't know.
Not a John Mayer song that you've practiced on your guitar and
Oh
stuff?
God, bringing your own instrument up there.
No. I'm saying don't play the instrument, but I mean, your gun to your head, you got to pick something.
Yeah,
And it's got to be as good as you can make it.
No, I would probably want it to be something fun at least. I don't know. Have you ever done it outside of that James Taylor one? Have you ever sang?
Oh yeah. But same situation with we're there with friends and all that.
That's how it's supposed to be.
And we were in low places, so friends in low places worked. All right, so what's tomorrow? Thursday?
Thursday.
Wow, tomorrow is Thursday. We may have, I don't know if I can get in touch with the attorney, but we may have him on tomorrow because I just found a really, really interesting, stupid case that somebody just made millions from. But then again, I may get home and it's rainy and nasty today. I may just take a nap and not do anything to prepare. We'll just have to wait and see. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for listening to us. Love you. Bye.
Serving the world. It's TJ's podcast.
As a proven leader in managed IT services, CompuCom delivers innovative solutions designed for how you work today. They'll help you deliver results no matter where you are on your digital transformation journey. It's all at CompuCom. Go to CompuCom.com to find out more.
The Ace and TJ podcast and radio show is brought to you by Richard Toccato. Finding a great home loan can be so much simpler with the help of Richard Toccato. Go to acetj.com/Toccato or call 704-800-4719. Again, that's acetj.com/Toccato.
Our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies is here. And Richard, not only are you helping people pay off credit cards, you're helping them with home repairs as well.
Oh, that's right. We had one of your listeners called in. She had to get her pool repaired. She had to get a new roof on to even get the loan. And we got that work done before it closed and paid for it with the cash out.
All at one time.
All at one time. Can't do that at a bank.
No, you can't. That's what it's about. Options with the Richard Toccato Companies. Find out more at homewithrichard.com. That's homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Companies. If you've got nagging pain, you can get rid of that nagging pain thanks to Neogenics, Charlotte's most trusted stem cell clinic with an over 93% success rate. Set up a free consultation today at acetj.com/Neogenics. Neogenix. Top of every hour, you get caught up on the hottest trending topics in the world thanks to Riggins and Now Trending, sponsored by Culver's. The freshest ingredients all day, every day. Make it your new neighborhood spot. Short waits for the freshest food in town. Find details at acetj.com/Culver's.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
The Ace at Large podcast is brought to you by Gaston County, North Carolina. Find out all fun things to do in Gaston County, including all the events and unique shopping it has to offer at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston.
Hey, here's something very special that you do not need to miss. That is being part of the Ace and TJ family's newest show, the Ace and TJ Experience.
Space for the shows will be limited and is by invitation only. Get signed up now at acetj.com/experience.
The Week in Review is sponsored by Hyatt Centric Charlotte South Park. Beautiful rooms and incredible dining options. Book now by calling 980-299-7123. It's the Hyatt Centric Charlotte South Park.
Get your home secured for less than $1 a day with no installation or equipment charges and a lifetime equipment replacement warranty. You can get security for your home. 800-915-8941. 800-915-8941.
Just because it's winter doesn't mean this is any time to stay inside and just let the days go by. acetj.com/Gaston has the list of everything you can be doing right now. The memories you can be making with your family in Gaston County. acetj.com/Gaston.
Your New Year's resolution is in full swing and you are trying to lose weight. Help yourself with Calitrin. Calitrin is the safe, effective way to lose weight. When you buy 3 months supply right now, you'll get 3 months free. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight. Order it now at acetj.com/weight loss. Calitrin.
The Ace and TJ studios are brought to you by Calitrin. Calitrin is America's #1 choice for healthy weight loss. Drug and stimulant free, so it won't interfere with any medications or health conditions. Find out more at acetj.com/weight loss.